we were excited about you and Floyd. Is that still happening, or is that?
Yeah, it's happening. Shit, yeah, it's happening. You think I give that up? I was minding my business. He challenged me.
You look good. How you feeling physically?
Incredible.
You've been training?
Listen, I was wearing extra large. It looks like I can wear large now.
Looking good, man. Still looking scary.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
What do you think about Floyd talking about greater than Ali?
He's very delusional. If he was anywhere near that realm of greater than Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself.
Of all the fights you've had, who would you say was your toughest opponent?
Out of my career, I just want to say none of them was really tough. None was really tough. I mean, you got guys that punch hard and hit hard, and you got guys that come out and win a few rounds, but nothing really was tough.
You gonna watch it though?
I'm gonna watch it. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch him fighting Mike. I think that's crazy. He's gonna have an exhibition with Tyson, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
He's not gonna land a fist on Mayweather.
It's
not after
hard.
his last performance.
Two legendary names in boxing, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., are now being linked to a potential showdown, with their combined ages exceeding 100. What initially seemed like nothing more than online speculation has quickly evolved into a major headline, with claims pointing to a fight set for April 25th, 2026, in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the same historic setting associated with the famous Rumble in the Jungle. While the announcement may come across as polished and official at first glance, sources indicate that the process behind it was far more complicated. Reports suggest that tensions and disagreements during negotiations almost caused the entire arrangement to collapse before it could be secured, adding another layer of intrigue to an already unusual matchup that if the event ultimately takes place, it will represent far more than just a boxing contest. It has a potential to become a worldwide spectacle, combining history, star power, and commercial appeal in a way that only the sport of boxing can deliver.
Tell me, what's the difference now from your era to today?
No one was afraid of anyone. Everyone really believed they can beat him.
But it's a business, more business, it's more money than everybody.
Floyd Mayweather changed the game of it when he turned into the pretty boy.
Yeah, that was cool too. But he had to get in that ring and fight too. He had to fight the best competitor. He wiped everybody out. And that's why he's who he is. He beat everybody. He beat everybody I thought would give him a chance. He's wiped everybody out. Nobody can even match him. The best. He didn't pick guys. He took the best. Even the guys I picked against him, he beat everybody, made everybody wrong.
Right.
And that's why he who he is.
The reported friction between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. may feel cinematic, but it's important to look at it with some perspective. Incidents like delayed appearances, verbal clashes, and even near altercations are a regular part of boxing promotion, particularly when the aim is to generate excitement for a major event. A story about a private meetup in Las Vegas escalating into a near confrontation certainly captures attention. However, without confirmation from credible sources, such behind-the-scenes claims are often overstated, or sometimes even orchestrated, to stir public interest. Promoters in boxing understand that tension and controversy can quickly elevate a fight's appeal, making it seem more intense and personal at the same time. The individuals involved make the situation easy to believe. Tyson's serious, intimidating presence combined with Mayweather's bold and self-assured style naturally creates a volatile mix. Whether the situation is entirely genuine or partially crafted, it achieves its purpose, sparking conversation and drawing curiosity about what could unfold if they truly meet in the ring.
It was recently said that you're going to be fighting Floyd Mayweather. Why the hell did he agree to fight you? That seems like a bad decision by him.
Well, listen, I was minding my business. I'm flying my birds, tending to my children, and he's the one, he came with the sign. His name was on the contract signed already. And he was talking really bad and nasty to me. So I was like, God damn. I thought we were friends. He talked great. He's all right.
That's got to be such a cool thing for boxing fans, though, Mike, to have two of the all-time legends in there. Are you excited just to see the thing of that like it was with you and Roy?
Nah, man. We want to get him, man. What are you talking about? Start talking crazy. Like, kick his ass.
He doesn't know what he signed up for.
Yeah, I thought it was the exhibition. He's talking crazy.
So he's like, this is, but Mike, come on, man. He can't be doing anything to you. Like, that's a bad decision by him.
Hey, he made a good money choice, though.
When it comes to a possible showdown between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., the financial aspect is where things truly heat up. And it's often a deciding factor in whether a major fight moves forward or collapses entirely, though a reported 60-40 split in Mayweather's favor would align with his long-standing position as an A-side, given his history of leading negotiations. On the other hand, Tyson asking for an even 50-50 division is also understandable, especially if his recent outings have generated strong viewership and shown he can still attract a massive audience. Disputes like this are nothing unusual at the highest level of the sport, but when the figures being discussed reach into the hundreds of millions, both pride and pressure increase dramatically. Talk of each fighter earning around $200 million highlights just how significant the stakes could be, and numbers of that scale can sometimes push opposing sides toward an agreement faster than expected. Even so, as with much of the surrounding buzz, these reported amounts should be viewed cautiously. It's common for promoters to release or amplify details from negotiations to build anticipation. Regardless, if an agreement of this magnitude were finalized, it would stand as one of the most financially significant events boxing has witnessed in recent years.
It's just shit, isn't it? I mean, like, let's be honest, like, I hate, in a way, and I know people go, oh, you can talk, you fuck. I just hate some things that are happening in boxing. Like, I don't mind if some, you know, like even Jake Paul, I don't mind Jake Paul. I think he's a young guy who's taking boxing seriously. I think he's improving. I think he's doing training camps. But why would you want, how old's Mayweather? 50? You got a, what?
Maybe a little bit.
How old's Floyd Mayweather?
48.
You lot don't even know. You're supposed to be boxing. Yeah, I know, yeah. But all right, 48, 49, whatever. I was going to say, that's old. He's 2 years older than me. Right, what I'm saying is, who wants to watch a 48, 49-year-old Floyd Mayweather fight a 60-year-old Mike Tyson? It's just bullshit. Like, and as much as I love money, I just wouldn't do that. Because I actually, whether you believe me or Pete, you believe me, I love boxing too much. I think it's disgusting. It's just so shit. Like, who wants to watch that? Yet people will watch it, so I understand. But it's just like, I just find it naff.
The situation being portrayed, sharp exchanges, personal remarks, even references to legal troubles and past financial issues involving Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. certainly feels dramatic. But this type of narrative is exactly what boxing promotions often rely on to capture attention. Points of conflict like weight limits, such as a suggested 175-pound agreement, disagreements over how the earnings are divided, and verbal shots between fighters are all typical elements in high-profile negotiations. When personalities as big as Tyson and Mayweather are involved, it's not surprising that the story comes across as highly charged. However, bringing up topics like Tyson's bankruptcy in 2003 or Mayweather's legal history moves into territory that is often heightened for effect rather than presented as a precise account of events that are in reality, a fight of this magnitude will be shaped through detailed and structured discussions involving promoters, legal teams, and broadcast partners, not just tense, emotional encounters. That's why it's reasonable to view much of this narrative as a mix of promotion and speculation. Even so, if any portion of that reported tension reflects what's actually happening, it would make the lead-up alone incredibly engaging, possibly rivaling the fight itself in terms of interest.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm the type of guy, I don't hate on nobody. I don't want to hate on nobody because I'm not really a hater like that. So it's like, if they're gonna do it and make it something big for the public to see, and they're gonna make money doing it, my hat goes off to them, more power to them. I'm not that kind of guy. You know, it's like, you know, you can sit there and pick it apart and say, well, Mike didn't look good against Jake, or this and that, or that and that, but it's not that. You know, it's like, maybe he had a bad night. We'll see what happens this time. So you should never hate on anybody making money in the sport, because that's what this sport is for. But my hat goes off to him. It's funny, but, you know, that they would announce it the week of all the chaos I got going on, and the week before the Canelo fight. But somebody told me that there was going to be a big announcement like that coming around the time of the Canelo fight, and there it is. So, but that somebody was correct.
This new angle adds another dimension to the narrative, but it's also where the story begins to feel more like promotional build-up than confirmed fact. Allegations involving a serious medical condition, significant weight loss, and a hidden health issue tied to Mike Tyson on major claims. Situations like that would typically be supported by medical documentation or reported by well-established outlets. The same applies to a sudden change in approach from Floyd Mayweather Jr. While it fits neatly into a dramatic storyline, it can also come across as carefully shaped for promotional impact. That said, the core idea behind it reflects a genuine concern. In any potential return to the ring at this stage, physical condition and overall health are critical factors. If Tyson had experienced a serious issue ahead of a previous appearance, it could help explain any decline in performance, and it would be something regulators and opponents would need fully clarified before approving another bout that in the end. It's an engaging narrative, but without clear verification. It's more sensible to view it as part of the broader promotional noise. Still, if the public perception shifts toward Tyson being fully recovered and back in form, that alone would significantly increase the intrigue surrounding a possible matchup.
Or is it a bloody joke and a big money-making scheme? Well, of course it's a money-making scheme. And that's why they're doing it. They're not doing this for their legacy. This is actually an exhibition fight, which means it won't go on their records. They probably will be wearing bigger gloves than 10 ounce, and they'll be doing less rounds. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're doing 2-minute rounds like we're seeing Mike Tyson do with Jake Paul. So because of this, it's just a big money-making scheme for everyone that's involved. And that being said, when Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul, that was the same. But back then, we didn't know what was going to happen with that fight, because it was like, has Mike Tyson still got a little bit to be able to knock out Jake Paul? And we didn't know what to expect, because Mike was putting work in the build-up to that fight, talking about how he's going to destroy Jake Paul. So we kind of believed that. But now, Money Mayweather is doing what he's done throughout his full career. He's waited for the guy to box and then see what they're like, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'll be able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge, but we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get in there with Mike Tyson, who couldn't do anything with Jake Paul. I'm going to get millions of dollars. Well, yeah, I'm up for that. And
this segment of the story leans heavily into classic fight promotion theatrics. It's engaging, no doubt, but much of it comes across as carefully built hype rather than firmly verified information. For a potential matchup involving Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., the practical side alone would be extremely detailed. An 8-round contest with 3-minute rounds, a catch weight near 185 pounds, and 12-ounce gloves does sound like a reasonable compromise, especially for an exhibition-style event where safety and entertainment both need to be considered. That portion feels grounded and plausible. However, elements like a rematch clause triggered by a so-called lucky knockout, along with dramatic statements about finishing an opponent in brutal fashion, fit perfectly into the world of promotional storytelling. These kinds of narratives are often designed to heighten tension, attract attention, and pull fans deeper into the build-up that in reality, agreements for an event of this scale would involve extensive legal frameworks, medical clearances, and approval from athletic authorities. Not just verbal exchanges or headline-grabbing remarks. Even so, as a storyline, it's clearly effective. If even part of it materializes, the anticipation alone could turn it into one of the most widely discussed events in combat sports.
Sometimes you need to preserve your legacy, and I know Floyd says, legacy don't pay my bills, and clearly he's got a lot to pay. Maybe the same with Mike, but there's a certain portion of the population that's going to look at these two and think, what? This was the greatest heavyweight of an era? This was the greatest boxer ever in Floyd Mayweather? That's the guy? Both of them have trouble I mean, Floyd still can move around. Floyd's still fluid, but Mike can barely move. Floyd is not obviously anywhere close to what Floyd was. And it's probably going to be Floyd dancing on Mike the entire time to a weird little like sparring session, decision, exhibition ending thing, right? Where they both get their hands raised, no one gets touched with any sort of violence or anything. And we leave going, yeah, that was super embarrassing. I just either wasted my money or wasted my time. But hey, good for Mike and Floyd that they got paid. You know what I mean? Like, they're asking us to watch a boxing match. We're going to go watch some sort of attempt to perform, but it won't be anything close to what we want. So yeah, man, I just think it's sad. I think it's embarrassing for Floyd mainly that he needs to keep doing this, and maybe a little bit for Mike. I feel more bad for Mike than anything. I feel a little bit more embarrassed for Floyd after flexing all that money for years and years to have to come back, and the tax man needs his 20 mil and the debt collectors need their 50 mil, and now he's in a lawsuit with Showtime because it's clearly becoming a financial issue with Floyd. That's an embarrassing thing for him, but maybe the same with Mike. It's just more sad. Like, you look at Mike like, damn, dude, this is what we have to do still.
This is where the situation becomes genuinely intriguing, because both perspectives carry weight that on one side, traditional boxing fans raising concerns about a potential matchup between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. aren't wrong. The noticeable difference in size, the stage of their careers, and the possibility of exhibition-style rules can make it feel more like a showcase than a strictly competitive contest. For those who value the sport's technical integrity, it may come across as more financially driven than historically meaningful, but at the same time, there's another reality that's hard to overlook: the level of attention it would generate. The matchup itself sparked curiosity. Tyson's explosive punching power contrasted with Mayweather's defensive precision. It creates a scenario built on contrast, where one decisive moment could meet unmatched ring control. From a pure entertainment standpoint, that kind of dynamic is incredibly compelling, though there's also the possibility that this isn't just a standalone event. If reports about Mayweather using it as a pathway toward a broader return are accurate, then it could serve as part of a larger plan, one focused on regaining visibility, attracting global audiences, and setting the stage for future opportunities that, while it may not align perfectly with the traditional expectations of the sport, it clearly succeeds in capturing widespread interest. And in today's combat sports landscape, that level of engagement often plays a defining role.
There's allegedly a fight between Mayweather and Tyson. Now,
that's never going to happen.
Look, originally the odds were on betonline.ag, where Tyson was plus 350, Mayweather was minus 500, making Mayweather the clear 5-1 winner.
Yeah, you'd have Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris before that.
Okay, so this happened. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather right now.
That's not going to happen.
But they're saying it's going to happen.
It's not. I don't care what they are.
It's supposed to take place in spring of 2026.
It's supposed to. Okay, in spring of 2026, we're going to be talking about. Remember back when we were talking about No, that's never going to happen.
Okay,
it's never going to happen.
If it were to happen, who do you have your money on? Mayweather versus Tyson. Mayweather is
so
48.
Ridiculous.
Tyson is what, 60 at this point, or 50? How old is Tyson?
He's got to be 59, I would think.
59. So he'll be 60. A 60-year-old versus a 49-year-old.
Yeah,
different weight classes, of course.
Yeah, with gloves on.
Yeah.
I mean, and Mayweather would win.
Okay. I mean, that's what everyone's saying. So,
Yeah, well, he would have to block and just tap him and whatever, just win on points and keep running around till Tyson falls out. I feel ridiculous talking about this. That's never going to happen. That's going to look like a freaking travesty.
This is where the contrast becomes especially clear. The financial upside and long-term legacy aren't necessarily aligned. For Mike Tyson, the stakes are relatively different at this stage. His reputation as one of the most intimidating figures in boxing history is already well established. Entering a high-profile matchup now offers more potential upside than risk. If he delivers a surprising moment, something dramatic that captures global attention, it adds another unforgettable chapter. If the result doesn't go his way, most observers will attribute it to timing, age, or circumstances rather than reassessing his prime achievements. Floyd Mayweather Jr., however, operates from a different position. His identity in the sport is closely tied to an unblemished record and a style built on control and precision. Facing someone known for knockout power, even under controlled conditions, introduces variables that he has consistently minimized throughout his career. A win might be viewed as expected given the context, but any signs of difficulty or loss could shift how that record is perceived. The proposed location in the Democratic Republic of the Congo also adds a symbolic layer, recalling the legacy of the Rumble in the Jungle and giving the event a sense of historical scale beyond just the fighters involved. It transforms the occasion into something that feels larger than a standabout, Looking at it from that perspective, the balance of risk appears uneven. One side has more room to gain from the moment, while the other carries a challenge of preserving something that has defined an entire career.
Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather. Do you want me to tell you exactly what's going to happen? It's going to be horrible. They both got beat by Paul brothers. So I think their brands were hurt. Dude. And now less people care about
How do I got to
fights.
hear this shit?
I'm just saying.
I thought Floyd got the
also
decision.
got beat. There was no decision. People decided I won.
Wait, what?
Floyd would absolutely murder Mike Tyson, should he decide.
Does that mean you're saying that you would absolutely murder Mike Tyson?
I kill you, Mike.
Yes, that's why
he told him in
That's
the
why
ring.
when he called me out, I
That
literally
was
was
the
like,
worst moment of my whole life.
bro.
So what's your take? Does a matchup between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. genuinely interest you? Or does it come across more as a spectacle than a true contest? And if it actually happens, who do you see coming out on top when the night finally arrives? Share your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you stay updated on what's coming next. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one fire.